let me respond to an issue that has come up from the Assistant Chief. There is this case of Assistant Chief Maero. This is a case where it happened in my area, and by all standard of measure, we follow the procedure investigating that case. And that case, according to us, we investigated and found that there was no substantive matter to all the OCS. Na mimi nimeshangaa hata wakusema OCS amesuia hiyo kesi hata ijaenda mbele. So hiyo kesi naijua, and that case is, hata saa hii vile naongea waziri, there is a complaint against me. Kuna mtu ameandika, not even the complainant, there is a person there. Ameandika kwa DIG, ameandika kwa IG, ameandika kwa IPOA, ameandika kwa EACC on the same case. That mimi ati mimi natembea na sijui nakaa na hawa, and I don't know them. So I want to remain very clear that we are going to stand with the chief. Na hiyo mtu alipowekwa pingu alitoroka akalala msituni. Only to resurface the following day. Ikatolewa pingu, akakuja station, in the normal way we investigated, tukampa P3 akajaza. The worrying issue is that anasema ati alikwenda ICU 5 days. 5 days. Na P3 inasema harm. How can you go to an ICU and the P3 says harm? That cannot be practical. So for that case, I know ukisikia nimeenda transfer, hiyo complaint sasa ndio hiyo ilienda huko. Yes, I'm saying the truth. Iende kwa DIG. In fact, this person is very malicious and address Mr. Langat, Mr. Kanja, and address huyu wa EACC, Abdullahi or something like that, and address hiyo yote. So, mkisikia nimeenda transfer ndio hiyo kesi. Yes. I was saying that, however, there is, as we proceed, there is inadequate, our challenges now, inadequate police vehicles and insufficient fuel. I don't want to mention those. In fact, that's been mentioned several times. And then there is an issue of prisoners who are supposed to be ferried from prison Siaya here. You find that each station in Bondo, we are committing one vehicle daily to go to Siaya prisons and ferry prisoners to court. At the same time, guard the same prisoners, and the evening they return them to Siaya. In fact, the vehicle we are using in Land Cruiser, it is not compatible with the standard of ferrying criminals who are very dangerous, like robbers, murderers, robbery with violence. I think we need to allow that prisons do their work. Kulikuwa na gari zile basi ya Mudi ya Wari, sijui kama wako naye. Wacha Mariamu, kuna bus which has been designed to have a compartment of security and compartment of the remandees. So we are requesting that prison to undertake that duty. They go to court, they process, they return them. If that is not working, then let a vehicle be stationed at these courts, let's say Bondo, to ferry those prisoners as we use the motor vehicle at the station. Because like tomorrow, my vehicle will be at Bondo the whole day. Nothing will happen in my station. So those are the things we are trying to pass on. There is this challenge of borders. We are also requesting, kama tunaweza pata motorbike, wakiingia vichochoro, tunaingia na wao. Saa hii akiingia vichochoro na Land Cruiser, unafunga brake, unashuka, unaangalia, akienda. So you are left wondering, sasa hii ni nini sasa? So kama tungekuwa na motorbike, tunalala na mpaka mwisho ajue si tuko. So hatuwezi kuachilia namna hiyo, and this is an area that it is causing us trouble. the other day somebody was shot Nairobi hapo. Na kama kungekuwa na boto pike angenasa haraka. So another area is a general election preparedness. I think we are in an era time, and we need these officers to be prepared adequately so that we don't run into 2007, where we did our best, but our best did not favor us. We were in the receiving end. So we require that these trainings ikuje tu mapema. Tuangalie, tujipange, wakati wa election tuko imara na tushikilie hapo. And of course, adequate supply of riot control equipments. Yeah, there is another area of refresher courses. For those who know refresher courses, it used to be called smartening. Officer akiwa station ameanza kuregea namna hiyo course ikiingia, hata saa zingine yeye anajua mwenyewe ataenda hiyo course. Hiyo course ikiingia, tunamdunga yeye, anaenda miezi 2, akirudi amenyoroka. So tuna request those refresher courses, and then instead of going to Kiganjo, let it be cascaded now to the regions. We have regions, PT. They remain functional. Right now, I think they are dormant, completely. Wale wanakaa sahi kule, ukikuta mtu wako karibu na Kitale huko, sahi analima shamba. Anavuna mahindi, anabeba, anako PTC. We have got also training on officers on the Bill of Rights. In fact, Bill of Rights is in Chapter 4. And Chapter 4 is one of the biggest chapters in Constitution. I know you are a lawyer, you are aware of this. And this Bill of Rights runs from Article 19 all the way to Article 59. Fundamental freedoms and rights to the National Commission, National and Equalization Commission. Hii yote hapa katikati ni ile vitu inakula sisi kama maafisa wa serikali. Iwe ni chief, iwe ni polisi, ndio inatugonga. Those articles inatugonga. Ukiangalia like Article 37, matters to do the assembly, demonstration, picketing, and petition. How to handle these people, we need to be trained more often than not. Article 34. Article 25, rights that may not be limited. We need to know this thing. Right to privacy, Article 31, right of the media. Somebody talked of media in, I think it is Kisii, that the media is all over us. Of course, they will be all over us when you are doing the wrong thing. And for the news to be news is when you do the wrong thing. When you do the right thing, there is no news for those people. I'm telling you. Today, a dog bites you. It is not news. But try to attempt to bite a dog. Tomorrow you will be in a headline. I'm telling you the truth. So we need to be taught about these things. Yes. So that freedom of the media is very important. As well as Chapter 6, leadership and integrity. I know time is running, but will allow me some minute. A lack of necessary equipment and stationaries, enhanced supply of stationaries and equipment. We also request for internet. We do not have. We are sure that CCTV will be coming soon. And then there is another issue of control room. Control room to be brought to county level, so that in the county level we have control room similar. It cannot be that one of IC3, that is Integrated Command Center in Nairobi. At least where coordination of activities shall. So that one will be assist us. Another issue as time goes is a problem communication between the criminal justice system and the advice from the ODPP to the members of the public. We have been having a problem. Mtu akishikwa, ukipeleka kwa ODPP, anasema release na cash bail ama free bond. Ukija station unaambia wapi cash bail, anasema ana. Unampa free bond. Huyo mtu anaenda akiendaga. And we've tried to get the miscellaneous. Wanasema it is not applicable for lesser offenses. Si kidogo kidogo kama chang'aa namna hii ama bangi. We release persons with bangi simply because we do not have report from the government chemist. As I rush, there is what is called police driving permit. We request that police OCSs wapewe driving license. There is what is called a police driving permit. Nowadays, drivers hawajaandikwa wengi na wale wako saa zingine tuko na moja. Tukipewa nafasi OCS, those who are competent, wapewe license, dini permit. So that wakati iko na issue unatoka, unaangalia watu kule kwa uwanja. Unaangalia wanaendelea namna gani. So that the issues we think can be done. And for wale wako competent, sasa kama huna license, usianze kusema hata wewe upewe. So that one cannot happen. There is a very important issue here. Introduce competition for the best police station in Kenya. According to the Press Information Bureau in India, the government of India selects the best performing police station across the country every year to insensitize an effective functioning of a police station and bring health competition among them. We request that you consider introducing this one. Tuwe tukiona tu police station mzuri top 10 mwaka huu ni gani? Wengine waanze kuperform well. And then the parameters has to be introduced. Ile station mzuri sana imejengwa mzuri shine wale hawajajengwa sana. There is also a public mistrust and pressure kwa police. There is a blanket condemnation in police on corruption. Discussing a passion for those police. Kuna police wengi na machief hapa wako wazuri. But ile moja tu nasema police ati ni corrupt. In fact, this survey of Infotrack, hii wale wana survey, they don't even come to us kutuuliza hii mambo. Because the first person to give out ni mwananchi tu anapeana. And there is, I believe that when you go to a police station, you must carry something. So hata hii pia nao public wapewe nao hiyo index yao percentage so that ile yetu na iteremuke. Mtu asemi nilitoa bila kuitishwa. Asemi nilitoa bila kuitishwa. Wakati survey inakuja on the sample size anasema nilipeana. Na wewe ulipeana na huku iende kwake so that hii ingine sasa at least tuende number 10, number 11 huko. Tumekuwa number 1 for too long. And we need to shed we need to shed out. Finally, police visit to serious scenes of incidences. They are exposed to stressful and terrifying events. Mass casual incident, unaenda ukilala usiku, unaona ile incident, unachamuka. And then these are officers using substance abuse. Kunywa pombe. Wala wakunywa wanaanza kukunywa. Wala wanakunywa zaidi.
Thank you so much.
And then finally, problems affecting security sector are systemic, and without finances, nothing much will be implemented as required. And this needs an holistic approach, but with your determination, it is apparent that this time round, we have gotten it right. Thank you very much. In conclusion, I would like to particularly appreciate our chief guest for setting the pace in Jukwaa la Usalama for what is clearly open and constructive deliberation on matters affecting the service delivery in the security sector. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you. Let's appreciate the OCS. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next is Charo Kahindi, Chief Inspector Charo Kahindi, also OCS Bondo.
our CSR, Governor, Siaya County,
Another OCS.
Regional Police Regional Police Commissioner, Nyanza Region, Regional Police Commander, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. My name is Kahindi Charo. Kahindi Charo is the OCS Bondo Police Station. And I would like to add to what my colleague has just spoken. And I'll try to be very brief. Our CSR, there are a number of items that we have identified. And this is an extension to what has just been mentioned. I believe the police or the National Police Service was meant to work as a jigsaw set of an arrangement. There are different departments within a police station that requires capacity building, and this brings me to the point where we would kindly request our able CS to support the National Police Service with funding on training. I know this has been mentioned, but I want to be particular on specific duties like record officers, signalers. Most of the times, OCSs across the country have had to mentor officers. And the mentorship has been there for so long, and I believe we even have a signal training school. I think it's in South Sea, around there. We request that if conditions allow, you may support us so that we may have officers who have the prerequisite skills to undertake the duties in respective police station. Again, there are these utility vehicles. The other day, I was reading in the media that, not even in the media, there was a police communication that set out the rates that towed vehicles are supposed to pay. The vehicles that are normally towed from some particular places to the station. It is difficult for us to implement because private businesses, these towing vehicles are owned by individuals. And at times, they may end up placing some exorbitant rates. I may request that I don't think it's impossible for the national ministry to have at least one breakdown vehicle in every county. That way, if an OCS has an issue and a vehicle needs to be towed, it is easier and efficient for that assignment to be done. And we can retain the same rates and the same be paid through the eCitizen account. Again, our able CS, I want to mention that on the ground, we are receiving a lot of support from other departments of the government. I'll give an example. We are in the business of dealing with criminals. And at times, the present day criminal is evolving into, let me say, very smart beings. You realize that somebody has committed a robbery in Bondo, and this person identifies himself as Kamau. He goes to commit another robbery in Siaya. He calls himself Kazungu. Maybe goes to Kisumu, commits another robbery. He calls himself a different name. At times, this can be a challenge when we are trying to profile, and I want to mention that we are very grateful for the people from the civil registration, because most of the times we've wanted to clarify details, they have given us that support. But maybe that was unofficial. I may wish that you continue to encourage them to continue to work with us. The security committees within their respective area, so that we are able to profile people appropriately. Again, we have police establishments that have been constructed in various parts of the county. And I want to single out Nango Police Station, a very beautiful police station that was constructed by the Area P. Nango Police Station would be of service to the residents of Nango and the islands that are currently not policed. The block, I believe, is close to 90% complete. We would wish that Nango Police Station, and I've also been briefed of Ndira Police Station, be gazetted, so that within our establishment we can deploy officers there to continue with serving the public. Officers have also requested me to mention about range practices. I think this must have been mentioned in some other sittings. Lack of enough office space, I think this has also been mentioned. There are also those officers who have been promoted on merit. I am making two requests on that. Sometimes, if you promote a constable and you let that constable work within the same environment, sometimes they do not get the respect they deserve from their colleagues who are at the same rank with them. So I may request that once an officer has been promoted on merit, first, let this officer be moved to another station or another region. Secondly, let these officers be taken through some induction training. There is also team building and sports. Back, I think we used to have regular sports and competition events. We understand that we've had a period that is globally where financial crisis. But we may request that when allocating budget for the National Police Service, these activities be to bring officers together. They are able to build that synergy, and it's a great welfare project where officers are able to interact besides their official mandate. The issue of AIE, I think this has been mentioned. I do not want to belabor on that. The issue of illicit brews and bang, it has also been mentioned. I may not wish to repeat. There's another issue, I may not want to go deep into it. I was asked to talk about the disco matangas and these replica uniforms. But let me speak on replica uniforms. There has been a tendency where we find members of the public donning replica security uniforms. At times we have a challenge when we arrest these people, because the moment we arrest them to court, we are asked to produce some authority to confirm that indeed this replica uniform belongs to a certain service. But sir, I may areas that we are responsible, I think we need to make a statement on this, because you may find that these replica uniforms are being misused by some of our people. They may go to the Chang'an dens to collect some tokens, and the message down there, they are saying, we saw police officers in uniform collecting tokens at a particular place. The worst of it, sometimes these people waylay members of the public along the road. Somebody is told by someone who is donning a replica police uniform, a replica KDF uniform, a replica forest uniform. A member of the public may not be able to differentiate between whether this is the right uniform for security officers or not. So I think we may need a statement to match on that. That was a request from officers from CIA. And then there's a personal request that has been passed to me. And I may not wish to let the officer down. There's an officer who has requested if he could be moved to another county. He's an inspector, and he's served in CI, I think, for 7 years. I don't know whether he's here with us. Ruben? CI? So at least I've passed that message. Thank you so much, sir, and welcome back again. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kahindi. Pigieni makofi tafadhali. So with your permission, sir, we move now to the category of ACCs, and we start with Mr. Vincent Keno from Rarieda. Next will be Anne Ojuado.
Thank you very much, sir, our Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the Governor of Siaya, and all protocol observed. My name is Vincent Keino, Assistant Sub-County, which is in Siaya County. Sir, as you began your speech, you highlighted the achievements of Jukwaa la Usalama, and I want to confirm that indeed I am the beneficiary of this program, since we benefited with the promotions that was done. We say thank you very much, sir. Sir, without promotions, it brought a lot of harmony, because it was becoming a serious crisis. Somebody who joined service in 2007, when I was still in university, serving at the same job group, was becoming a problem. Others were branded a name called disallowed group, but you came and solved that solution. So thank you very much, sir. I'm happy for that. Sir, that we need urgently in many sub-counties in Siaya. It is called civil registry, which is missing, and it's making our citizens to travel long distances seeking that service. And in that, it is making the issues of succession to be very difficult. Imagine somebody from Luanda Kotieno traveling all the way to Bondo, looking for a death certificate, which is 100 shillings, and you are using 1,000 shillings. So it makes people discouraged, and that has an impact on issues of succession. Sir, as ACCs in Siaya, we face some unique challenges, which is not unique in some areas. One is this issue of disco matanga. Let it transform it from a policy into a legal provision so that it can be implemented. Because as we had said, CIA is made of professionals. They can interpret any law. So they tell you, as ACC, I am a law abiding violating any law. I am violating, and then I'll stop disco matanga. So with little knowledge we have in law, tunaanza kutapatapa. So assist us to ensure that it is anchored in law so that we can quote that particular provision in law, sir. Sir, the issue of mobility is a big challenge. ACCs normally face that crisis since the OCSs were crying about fuel. For us, we don't even have that vehicle to cry for fuel. So, sir, we know the issue of BMUs is that it is squarely in the county government, but we request some input from security people when they are being elected to avoid this issue of infiltration by criminals. You know, when you go to the lake, so if nobody regulates them, they may turn out to be a very dangerous gang in the lake. So, sir, again, Siaya, especially some sub-counties like Rarieda, Usigu, and Ugenya. It's always dry, and we buy water here in Siaya. So, kama kuna macho ya hardship allowance, please, if possible, consider us for those. So, with those few remarks, I commit on behalf of my colleagues that we are ready to serve the people of Siaya and the people of Kenya without any favor or fear. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Let's clap for him. Asante sana. Next is Madam Anne.
To the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior and National Administration, Bwana CS, the Governor of Siaya County, and all leaders. Josiaya, habari zenu? Urionade? Poduntie? Bado wako? I thought they are in Ugenya sub-county. I want to talk about a few things. Number one, in Kenya we say, ukiona mwenzako ananyolewa, chako unakitia maji. I'm a detail 2021, and we are due for promotion to job group L. So kindly consider that. We also asking for extraneous allowances for ACCs going down to the assistant chiefs, because hapa kila mtu sleep mfululizo, kwa sababu we have to analyze the area and report, ndio upate report pale kama kuna incident ama the area is calm. And then there is immeasurability and ambiguity of targets leading to lack of rewards for best performing officers or something like that. Like it is done in the private sectors, give us something to motivate us. Let us have a way of measuring our targets so that we can, the support staff, those people, the entry level is very low. And once somebody has taken a loan, they remain with nothing to take home. So kindly, maybe their entry level can be considered so that even after taking that loan, they can remain with something to take home. And then our office structures and furniture are in very bad shape. After the DCC's office going upward, where you send the visitors book, where these other officers sit, the seats there, hata unaweza ogopa utashikwa na kunguni. So kindly consider that. Then the office equipment, our machines, looks like all of them in this region. The machines there could roll and roll and roll before processing an information. Now I'm in Ugenya, we have the same problem. And the other day I was being called to submit an information at the county, being told that whatever we sent on the email cannot be accessed because the machines are not working. Mental wellness, there is for ACCs, there could be cases of underutilization or overutilization, and some there are cases of sexual harassment. So this could be addressed so that mental wellness is taken care of. And then we have a guidance and counseling department at the HQ. I think these people can be moving to our counties, just the way you have done, so that they can have a session with us, because some of our officers are indulging in alcohol and drug use. Then the AIE for the SECs, we also request for a review and regularity. Then what I want you to talk about to wananchi about, there are cases, once arrests have been made, the incidents have happened in the ground, they come and withdraw the cases. When they go back to the community, they start saying, polisi alikula akaachilia, ACC alifanya nini, chief alifanya nini. So please, if it comes from you, they will say the CS said and we understood. Also, something on the relationship between the NPS and Ngaos. You've had, that is an example. But I think this should be looked at objectively so that we enhance the relationship between Ngaos and NPS so that we can have a healthy relationship, because we cannot work independently, separately. Then you ask about succession. From my area where I work, we came up with an initiative. We involved the judiciary. So the senior magistrate and succession is being undertaken by most of the public. And then, sir, maybe you can also, you may also say something about the village elders. Finally, I have a success story in regard. When I came to Siaya in January last year, I studied for some time mapping the illicit brew dealers and the bank sellers. In total, from my division, we had 205. But now I can gladly report to you that in this booklet, I have contacts of 65 people who are. In this regard, also there are women who have formed a group which they've used to borrow government loans and they're doing well. So they asked me, now that I'm meeting with you, to invite you as a friend and request you on their behalf that you may collaborate with other people as their friend to support with them, may attend and chairs for their trades. Thank you, sir. Allow me to hand this over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Anne. So Madam Anne mentioned the harassment in passing. She mentioned harassment in passing. But I know if we allowed all these young lady officers who are the age mates of my children to speak here, they will give very big stories here. So that's a matter that needs attention. It's not a matter that should be mentioned in passing. So next is the base commander, Mr. Simon Nyandusi.
Just kidogo tu. I know this was the lower level in those in the police, and I agree with you. Pass. We might need. Pass hapa. We might need to have, and also for DIG, one meeting for representative of police officers and ACCs to discuss sexual harassment. It will be very important at the workplace. Thank you. Because workplace is the field. Yeah, thank you. You know, sex for promotion, sex for allowance. You think that it's not a joke. It's a very serious issue. Not just in one ministry, in every part of government. And so that we can enhance the policy on sexual harassment in workplace and protect our officers. So I will be very happy if we can organize one forum for women alone, because they are the minority in both Ngao and the police. Is there an OCS who thinks there's something that was left out? Who has a point in bullet form? Yeah, I saw you were anxious to say something. Yes, stand. Oh, bullet form.
Our CS, Honorable Onesimus Murkomen.
Wachana na nini protocol. Jina tu na your station. And
I'm Inspector Kibruto from OCS Sidindi. Sir, naona kuna ukweli uambiwi. Isiaya sir is one of the operation areas in Kenya. And we are requesting, sir, if your office can be able to classify in police work Siaya as one of the operation areas. Two, sir, in Siaya is where you find most of the inspectors are OCS. Like me, I'm an inspector.
and I'm OCS. Section 34 of the Public Service Commission says that when a person acts for more than 6 months, he should be confirmed in the position you are, sir. So you are requesting, sir, sir,
What does that mean? That you should be,
sir, you are requesting,
you are still acting?
yes, sir.
Okay, I understand.
And
when you,
yes, sir.
okay.
The other one is in the case of as we perform our daily duties, we make a lot of calls, sir. We were requesting your office to check on the such airtimes, or there are some times when we are hired, sir. Ya mwisho, mambo ya community policing iko chini sana haya, sir. We were requesting if community policing could be revived, it will be better. Thank you so much.
There was your colleague at the corner. Is there something I missed out?
Good evening, sir. My name is Dixon Anyona. I'm the Deputy OCS, Wagai Police Station. I have 3 issues. One, I would like to talk about political interference. And let me point out the bouncers. In fact, you might find MZEE has got bouncers on the ground, probably the senator or any other political class.
You fear saying the governor?
No. Sir, these bouncers actually pose a great threat, especially when we want to identify them with the society. And you find them wearing maybe a T-shirt written security. They are just walking around bouncing, and they are. In fact, some of them, when we arrested them, they hang on the MCA, they hang on the senator, they hang on the MP, the governor. So I really appreciate if we find a way of identifying the bouncers with our political class leaders. Number 2, I want to talk about the issue of our courts. In fact, I have handled about 3 cases. One is a case of a cow, where there were 2 parties who are claiming that a cow has been, they are claiming 1 cow, and they have all gone to the court. So person 1 was given a cow that it belongs to him, and then person B also went to the same court, and then he was actually handed over the cow. So it was a very big problem. That is why I'm trying to ask the criteria that our courts are using actually to pass judgment. Then you can also find the same court, maybe a land. We also have some land issues in our area here. And you find maybe a woman was married, and this woman does not have either marriage certificate or an affidavit, but the husband has died. And then a guy comes him to terror her. Then he's now claiming this land, that he wants the land. Then you find another son was born somewhere else with a different name. He was also brought in this farm, and he also wants the land. So you find this man who is terrorizing the woman, and the So I'm humbly requesting that at one point when you are engaging our courts, just to...
The terrorizing is not English, it's Doluo, right? Okay, yeah, because...
Yeah, to inherit, sir.
Okay.
The last issue, I'm happy that you have actually talked about our promotion. Sometimes back when I was actually when I went for an interview, in fact, the criteria is 3 years. But unfortunately, I didn't get, and I was 4 years. And now I'm happy that you have said that those with 10 years are actually considered. And I'm also requesting those ones who are in between, they also be considered in your able officer. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. ACC, then ACC wanted to add one. I'm sure chiefs, assistant chiefs, and then the two ACCs were very eloquent. I think the ACCs are very few, so that's why they don't want to add anything. Thank you very much. Asante sana. I did that so that the DCC, county commander, sub-county ward, because your operation people have said, don't repeat the things that they have said. Just say you agree.
Thank you, sir. So we move to the base commander. Base commander, Bondo, Simon Nyandusi.
Chief guest, the chief guest, Honorable Murkumba Kipchumba Murkomen, and all protocols observed. I'm sorry for that. I salute by saying Amchambo. Sir, allow me to use about 4 minutes to patrol through the traffic operations, 2 minutes within Siaya County. And I will start with that Siaya County has got 3 bases. That is Ugunja traffic base, which is serving 2 sub-counties. That is Ugunja and Ugenya. Then we have got another base, Siaya traffic base, which is serving 2 counties, namely Siaya and again Yala. The last one, sir, is Bondo traffic base, where I'm the base commander, and I'm privileged to serve 4 sub-counties. That is Bondo, Rarieda, Gemuwagai, and Usihu, the last sub-county formed within Siaya County. Sir, allow me straight to go to the challenges, having had the area of coverage, which is covered by the 3 traffic bases. Sir, the subject of mobility, the subject of motor vehicles, which has been raised now and again, I would also like to anger on it that having heard that we serve larger areas, no traffic-based commander has got a motor vehicle to allow him or her perform the traffic operations. Sir, in that note, I request that at your humble time, you consider the traffic-based commanders to be issued with motor vehicles. To cite an example, sir, on the dire need of the motor vehicle or on the request, in a few months' time, I received a distress call of a fatal traffic accident which occurred within Rarieda sub-county, within Sakwa area at midnight. And the accident was fatal. I received a phone call, and I proceeded to the station to look for the station motor vehicle, which we normally use. I found that the vehicle had gone to visit the scene of robbery with violence. It took me time till the caller called me again and said, Bwana Base Commander, kwani ulikuwa unakucha kwa mguu ama hiyo gari yako inakucha na reverse? So it was quite an embarrassment. I had to call that caller the following day and told him that we have got a challenge in terms of mobility, and he had to agree after a long explanation. Sir, the next challenge we are having is stationary and office equipment. Sir, we rarely receive stationary. bearing in mind that the traffic department is engaged to performing duties of various investigations, matters, accident, and it takes us an extra mile to use our coins to purchase stationery like statement papers so that we can record statement from the accident victims and the witnesses so that we can process the files for further action. So on matters equipment, we are also requesting that our officers be equipped with computers, bearing in mind that we are now in the digital era and we normally receive our instructions through email, and it takes us time to acquire the information in the right time because we don't have the right apparatus. It takes us time to go to the cyber, and in the cyber we use our own resources so that we can get access and open the email, and in most cases the information is at times left at the cyber business premises and might be misused. So the last challenge, I'm requesting that matters training, as I've said, that we are moving to the, we are in the digital era. We need to be trained on matters digital. Now that we are moving to digital P, which recently I saw that it has moved to the station level, and our officers have not been oriented on matters digital OP.
Asante.
Lastly, sir, allow me to also read a verse from the Bible as I hand over the microphone from the book of Matthew 7, verse 7, which says that ask and you will be given. Knock and the doors will be open. So, riding on that spiritual protocol, it's my humble request with the total humility that I request that the two base commanders, that is Base Commander Wunja and the Base Commander Bondo, who are serving as the base commanders with the rank of an inspector of police, sir, at your own humility, you consider promoting us to the level of a chief inspector so that we be in line with our counterpart, the CIA base commander, and continue serving the good people of CIA.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Asante
sir.
sana. Thank you so much. Our next speaker will be Mr. Christopher Nyaindi, Administration Police Commander, Siaya Sub-County.
Thank you, sir. Our Chief Guest, sir, CS for Interior and National Administration, our DIG, the Governor, and all protocol observed. Chiefs and my fellow colleagues, good afternoon. So, a quick one. Number one, I will want to talk about transition to retirement because I see myself heading towards that direction. So I will request that there should be a seamless transition of guys leaving the police or chiefs to a retirement so that they get their gratuity as early as possible to avoid frustration. And this can be done if the services are cascaded to the lower areas. The next one is about insurance and health cover. So most of our officers are having problems when they go to hospitals that they are told that the medical cover that they have, especially the outpatients, are just limited to a certain amount that they cannot get services that is more than, for example, more than 2,500 in a day. If the service exceeds the amount which is capitated to be 2,500, maybe you cannot get the service. So I request you that you check on that, sir. Thirdly, sir, there's a colleague who has talked of lovers of our politicians. I hope they are there. They are our guests, and I would want to request kindly, sir, that we are the law enforcers, and the security agencies needs a collaborative effort to succeed. We will request them that their lovers, they sometimes advise their lovers to know the limit. Because, for example, even when you are here, there was a lot of commotion behind here. And this commotion is because they are not told where their limit should be. And us as the law enforcers, we need to reach certain limit and tell them that now from here you cannot move. So finally, I will want to thank you and kindly consider us when we are here. Siaya is a vast area, and they are contraband goods because it borders Uganda. And people have talked of, we've talked of mobility. The mobility, the patrols are not enough because the issue of fuel and this adverse area. So with a few remarks, I say thank you if you consider that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we move to prisons. Mr. Agesa, karibu.
Thank you, sir. My name is Philemon Agesa, Mwale, Inspector, and I have this honor to be before you. The Honorable Secretary, the Cabinet Secretary, the Governor, Siaya County, all the protocols observed. I will be brief while giving out this statement so that we move with time. It is a great honor to have you in Siaya today. As the Kenya Prison Service, I extend our sincere appreciation for your visit. Sir, I want to affirm our duty and responsibility to ensure Siaya GK Prison is a rehabilitative and transformative institution. We recognize the ministry's dedication to justice and rehabilitation. Your presence here is a testament that you are committed to improving conditions for both inmates and staff within the Kenya Prison Service. Sir, I will be specific. We have been able to see very many achievements throughout the period that we've been able to have this period. Sir, we have able to see staff promotions during the period that we've had, which have been able to help us to boost the staff morale. I will not labor on that because because we are under the same roof and the promotions are all through the with the National Police Service. Sir, we are also grateful for the regular uniforms that we have seen over the past 2 years. Both inmates and staff, they have been well uniformed. We commend a better working environment that we have seen throughout this period through the promotion of mental health among officers and inmates. We have professionals who have been promoting mental health to both inmates and prison staff, and we are really grateful. Sir, there has been a deployment of many professionals, both in the health and agricultural sector, as we try to improve the prison enterprises. That is highly recommended. However, sir, we have several challenges, being that we are the only prison within Siaya County. We are faced with many challenges. We receive inmates from all the 5 sub-counties. Siaya County, as vast as it is, we receive prisoners from all those places. We have 5 courts that we receive inmates from. We receive inmates of all categories. All categories of inmates, we contain them at Siaya Prison facility. However, there is congestion that has really affected many of the prisoners in the institution. Remember that it is the only institution, so we are highly congested. We have only few blocks, and we could request humbly for additional blocks so that we can be able to cure this problem of congestion, because there is strain on resources. Sanitation keeping becomes a problem in the institution. Sir, infrastructure is also a very big challenge in our prison. The number of blocks we have are less, but also we don't have a perimeter wall. We have different categories, as I earlier stated, of prisoners. Yes, so the prison requires a perimeter wall to help us so that security can be enhanced. Thank you, sir. Also, we humbly request for housing, improved housing in the institution. We also pledge for transport vehicles. Sir, given that we are transporting inmates throughout the county and the number of courts, the vehicle that we have does not make it possible. Those are most of the key challenges that we are facing, and we believe that with your continuous support, we will be able to achieve security in the prison. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him. So next will be a representative of the DCI officers. Karibu.
Our CS, Honorable Murkomen, our Governor, Siaya, Honorable Rengo, our DIG, and all other protocol observed. Good evening. I'm Ruben Onchoka, the Sub-County Criminal Investigating Officer, Bondo Sub-County, representing the DCI, and I have a narrative. Then I'll talk about security matters. Siaya County consists of 80 sub-counties, namely Rarienda. Yeah, yes, okay. Let's go to the security matters. The following are areas of concern. Artisanal mining, some large portions of land in Game, Rarienda, Bondo, and Siaya sub-counties are under artisanal mining. In some of those areas, there are deep tunnels excavated, whereby at some times when there is rain, they are prone to collapse. Whenever they collapse, there are injuries and at times death occur. There is a need for the members of the public to be educated, or the mining ministry to hold meetings so that they can do civic education to the members of the public how to do their work. Terrorism, number 2, terrorism. There is a sleeper terrorist cell within Hawinga sub-location within Southwest Alego. In November 2023, okay, you have it? Okay, sawa. Gender-based violence. The county has its share of gender-based cases. Early this year, within Game Yara, there was a crime pattern where 4 women were murdered and in the same style. Investigations were done, and the suspect identified as Charles Onyango, alias Kwa, was apprehended, and the members of the public rescued him and subjected him into mob justice. Okay, let me go because you are hurrying me. Let me go now.